before long we were making chairs. We had a basic model. We had replaced the box side frame with a triangle. One of the young women who was active in our group, who was our sewing expert, had come up with that triangular side frame, just simplifying things, make it more like a bicycle. Stronger, lighter, cheaper. So we had several chairs. We were trying to sell them, but they didn't look like a classic chair. They weren't chrome plated. They were just painted with a brush, and they didn't look like a standard wheelchair. They were just a little strange, not what the professionals wanted, and turned out not what much of anybody with money wanted. Also, they were kind of rustic looking. They were Nicaraguan. They were homemade. They were handmade, and there was local prejudice against local goods. They wanted import. Until this was right after the end of their war, 1981. It ended just a couple of years earlier, and there was an organization of young disabled folks, mostly newly disabled folks, some from the war, some from polio, because the vaccines had not been distributed by the earlier government, and so some of these young fellows in particular got together and as a kind of a demonstration to say, well, here we are, we're not going away. Some of us were partially responsible for creating this new government, new society, and we intend to be included. So they held a marathon clear across Managua. And it got a lot of press. It was a very good job of public relations. So one thing these young guys didn't plan on was that the young woman who had designed the triangular side frame planned on entering as well. They had their old American chairs, 50 pounds typical weight. She had her 35-pound Nicaraguan chair. Her chair had the lighter weight frame. It had far less weight on the front wheels. It had a longer wheelbase. It was stabler. It was easier to push. The ergonomics were better. Her seat was further back and lower down, so she could get a much better stroke on the hand rims. And she left them all in the dust. Within 2 weeks, they had sold 12 chairs, prepaid. And now, nearly 30 years later, that same shop is still cranking them out. Now there are 4 shops in Nicaragua, all making wheelchairs. They've gone through several generations of design, and some of the most significant safety improvements in their wheelchairs happened when I was not there.